In a world filled with questions about where we came from, how life began, and what lies beyond the stars, the book of Genesis offers a divine account. It's not just a story. It's the beginning of time, light, life, and meaning. In the next few minutes, we'll walk through the powerful and poetic journey of creation, day by day, as written in Genesis chapter 1. Prepare to see the world not just as it is, but as it was at the very beginning. In the beginning, there was nothing. No sky, no earth, no time, no space. Just a vast emptiness. And the Spirit of God hovering over the waters. Then came the first word, the first spark of creation. God said, "Let there be light." And light pierced through the darkness like a brilliant flame. This was no ordinary light. It marked the difference between night and day, between chaos and order. And God saw that the light was good. He separated it from the darkness. The light he called day, and the darkness he called night. Evening passed, and morning came. The first day. Have you ever felt surrounded by darkness in life? The creation story reminds us, light doesn't need permission from darkness. When God speaks, light appears. No matter how deep the void. On the second day, God said, "Let there be a space to separate the waters." So he created the sky, a vast expanse above the earth. Waters were now divided, some below the sky, some above it. Imagine it. The birth of clouds, of the atmosphere, of the open skies. For the first time, there was air to breathe, wind to carry seeds, and space for birds to someday fly. God is not only a creator, he is an organizer. Even when life feels scattered or unclear, he knows how to divide, arrange, and create space for growth. Sometimes before blessings fall, God prepares the atmosphere. Then God said, "Let the waters under the sky be gathered together, and let dry ground appear." And it happened. He called the dry ground land, and the gathered waters he called seas. And he saw that it was good. But God wasn't done. He spoke again. "Let the land produce vegetation." And instantly the earth responded. Green grass rose from the soil. Trees bore fruit. Flowers bloomed, every seed-producing plant, every tree bearing fruit, each according to its kind. God made the land not just to stand, but to produce. Your life isn't just meant to exist, it's meant to bear fruit. Even when it looks dry, God can cause growth again. With just one word, he brings dead places back to life. On the fourth day, God looked at the sky and decided to fill it with purpose. He said, "Let there be lights in the sky to separate the day from the night, and let them serve as signs to mark sacred times, days, and years." So he made two great lights, the greater light, the sun, to govern the day, and the lesser light, the moon, to govern the night. And he sprinkled the heavens with countless stars. God doesn't just bring light, he brings structure, seasons, and order. In a world that often feels chaotic, this day of creation reminds us that God is a planner. He doesn't only create, he defines time, timing, and destiny. On the fifth day, God turned his attention to the oceans and the skies. He said, "Let the waters teem with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the sky." And suddenly, life exploded into movement. Fish filled the waters, from the tiniest to the great sea monsters. Birds of every kind soared across the sky. And God saw that it was good. He blessed them and said, "Be fruitful and multiply. Fill the waters, and let the birds increase on the earth." God filled empty spaces with life. He never leaves what he creates barren, whether it's the depths of the sea or the vast sky. He speaks abundance, and he still speaks fruitfulness over your life today. Then came the sixth day. God created all the animals of the land, wild beasts, livestock, and creatures that crawl on the ground, each according to their kind. But the crown of creation was still to come, God said. Let us make mankind in our image and our likeness. So he created man and woman, not like the animals, but in his own image. He gave them dominion over all the earth, the birds, the fish, the animals. And he blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful, multiply, fill the earth, and subdue it." He saw everything he had made, and behold, it was very good. You weren't created by accident. You were designed, shaped, and blessed by God himself. You bear his image. You carry his breath. You have purpose. Creation ends with you, not because you are the least, but because you are the highlight. And on the seventh day, God rested. He had completed his work, and he blessed the seventh day and made it holy. Not because he was tired, but because rest is part of the rhythm of creation. Even God paused. Rest isn't laziness. It's a sign of completion, of peace, of trust. You don't need to strive endlessly. Sometimes the most spiritual thing you can do is rest. From darkness to light, from emptiness to life. The creation story shows us not just how the world began, but who God is. A creator, a planner, a provider, a father. A father. And it shows us who we are, crafted, chosen, and cherished. If this story blessed you, share it with someone. And don't forget to subscribe for more Bible stories that will awaken your spirit and feed your faith. Until next time, may your days be filled with light, growth, and peace.